Highlights from the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum in association with PwC.
We are going through a sharp shock in our industry.
So far this year, we've had to let more than 20,000 people go from the Schlumberger workforce.
The international companies and the national oil companies reduced their capital expenditure by something of the order of 20 to 25% year on year.
Inevitably, to make drilling profitable again, you need to bring down your costs.
We have to react, and that's true, but we don't have to overreact.
We forgot that we are a commodity.
The resource strength of Russia is a tremendous advantage.
Russia is important because Russia has the largest gas reserves in the world. And when you are an oil and gas company, your strategy is linked to where reserves are.
The mentality of many of my generation is that Russia is a rich country with plentiful resources, so why save them?
We are still scandalously dependent on the price of oil.
There is no balance and no clear perspective in the market.
In Russia, the prime cost of oil varies from $5 to $15 per barrel.
For a while, we have to plan for lower oil prices for longer, I think.
We will survive through these difficult times. They will eventually end. It's important to look to the future and focus on strategic development.
This is the big opportunity for Russia to diversify away from Siberia into the Arctic.
We need to conduct work in the Arctic cautiously, using the best technology and practices with very smart regulation.
The Arctic is a united macroeconomic territory.
We think the most promising aspect of the Arctic shelf is Russian resources.
The Arctic as a topic is much broader than just gas and oil.
Our leading institute for the Arctic and Antarctic believes that peak warming and ice reduction has passed.
We have a moral obligation to deal with CO2 emissions.
The effects of climate change are poised to deepen economic inequalities and social exclusion.
Government buildings in general should try to be more energy efficient.
We need to make the investment on energy efficiency in all what we do.
Russia's need for energy-saving technologies and the market for them are limitless.
The key target and next step is to introduce in every country a carbon tax. So basically, to continue pollution, it has to become very expensive.
The science is clear, the economics is compelling, and now it's up to the political leaders to make it happen.
Highlights from the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum in association with PwC.